Hey there, welcome back to another vlog of Illustrating with Kris. I'm Kris. I'm sorry I've been absent for a while. My agenda just got flooded with all kinds of projects from prior to the lockdown. So it's been insane. But today is a day off, it's a holiday, and it's lovely outside. And I thought this is the best opportunity I have to come back to you guys and do a little draw along. So that's what we're gonna do. I thought of a great project or a great subject, and I thought, okay, people are swimming, it's nice, it's going to be summer, I have to do something with that. So I thought, why not draw the most vile, dangerous, and cruel sea creature we can find, and that is a mermaid. They are so dangerous. They're so vile, you do not want to cross them. But they're pretty. But underneath the surface, you really have a problem. So, but maybe that's with all pretty things that underneath the surface, they're actually the most dangerous things in the world. Even a diamond is as sharp as a knife. So I thought it would be an uplifting subject for this week. So we're going to do that. And it's a great opportunity for me to at least explain to you guys how to draw half a fish and half a human body with a face, and that's something you haven't done before. So yeah, I'm super excited, and let's begin. All right, mermaids. I'm starting with my colored pencil, and I'm gonna start with drawing the line of action. Mermaids are quite dynamic. If the top part of their body is pointing right, the tail is going into a curve. So always think about the line of action. So for example, if I would just draw the most basic pose for a mermaid, let's say this. Make sure that you can see that properly. So this is the line of action. So this is the top of her shoulders are here, and the end of her tail is about here. A mermaid, the dimensions for a mermaid is that the top part, so that's half of your line, is human. So this would be around her hips, like this, and this is then her tail or her legs. So we're gonna do it like this. I'm gonna point out where the middle part is, and then this is her torso. So her torso is a rib cage, which is always, and again, as I said in previous vlogs, try to draw in basic shapes. So a torso is sort of a round shape, like this. And then you have her middle part. I don't actually know how to call that in English, so I'm just going to call it the middle part. That's here. Her waist. And then you go to her hips, which is sort of this shape. So this would be her bottom. Well, if she has boobies, which every female has, it's around the half of your torso, so it would be around here. Then her tail. Normally you would say that the knees are at the half and then the ankles, but because she has a tail, right, this is all dynamic, so you don't have to worry about any knees here. We're just gonna turn this into a nice clean line. This one as well, make sure that because this is the short, this goes how do you say that? If you would talk about front, the foreground and the background, this leg or this half of her tail is backwards more. So that means that this size is smaller than this size. That's the law of shortening. So make sure that you don't make this evenly wide, because then it would look super weird. So just do it like this. This is her belly button then. This would be where she gets where her fin starts. And then you can do all kinds of ends. I mean, a fish has all kinds of ends, but we'll do it like this. Sort of a clean, elegant end. I'm doing this from the top of my head, so but you can find on Pinterest a drawing of a mermaid and just try to copy that. So don't worry, you don't have to do it from the top of your head. I'm just doing that because I'm in a crazy mood today. I do want to add a little bit more roundness in this corner because I want to accentuate her hip bones, while on this side it's more flat. This, as you can see, is a straight line, and this is all curved. That's also what I told you guys in the vlog about monsters, that the difference in curved and or playing with curved lines and straight lines is making your drawing more dynamic. So we have this. Then her shoulders are here. That's also round. This shoulder is actually behind her torso, so you can't see that, but I will show it to you like this, so that at least you know how it looks. Then your elbows are, if you try this at yourself, you see that your elbows are at the same height as your waist. So those are around here, and then you have wrists and hands. And your hands, if you would let them hang beside your body, your wrists sort of end at the top of your leg. So you can sort of draw a imaginative line like this, and then you know the distance. So that would be around here. I'm gonna draw a super lousy hand here, but like this. And then I will connect these dots so that I know what to do. Okay, then I'm gonna draw in the muscles on the arm. Muscles on the arm, biceps or triceps, whatever, round, straight. Again, think of round, straight. Again, round, curve, straight. Although at the top, the lower part of the arm, it's not really true that both parts of the arm are straight, but if you look at your own arm, there's always one side that is more straight than the other one. You can do that here as well. One's just more straight than the other one. See, straight, curve, hand. Shoulder, going to the neck. All right, then her head. Because the line of action is like this, her head goes like that. That's a weird trick, I know, but if you would draw that part that way, it looks like somebody beheaded her, if you can see that properly. Let's see if we can prevent that. So I'm gonna draw her head, starting with a round shape, a little bit like this. A human face or human head skull is most of the time would fit into the body 7 times. So this would be 7 times. That's sort of the size of your head. And then this is, oh, there's a cat on my iPad. So if I stop recording, I'm sorry. Okay, it's fine. So this is her head, her neck. Her neck is connected to the back, to the back of this round stuff, of this round skull. And then her eye lines are here, her ear. Alright, so at least you have a body now. I do feel that I've made her a bit too wide at the top because she has an enormous bust, so I'm going to adjust that a little bit by elongating her hips and smalling her torso, slimming her torso, putting her belly button a bit higher. Otherwise, it's a weird looking mermaid. Well, her boobies. I don't want to draw them too much, but you have to because they're just a part of the body. So you can think like, I don't want to draw boobies. Well, bad luck. It's just natural, part of the body. You just have to. If you don't draw them, it looks weird. So I think this looks all right. Drawn better mermaids, but yeah, that's fine. Okay, like this. Now, hair. If we're going to do aerial hair, I'm not sure if I want that, but hair of a mermaid always goes up all the way. She's in the water, so there's no wind. You can absolutely go like super weird. It can go up and down and left and right, and there's no really a structure for this. It can also go up because water tends to take things. So maybe this part goes up and this goes backwards. Right. I like this. I hope you can still see her. I can't actually really. Maybe I can do it like this a little bit because the tripod of my iPad is here, so I can't shove my whole drawing onto the iPad properly, but I hope you can see it like this. Okay, well, she obviously has a clam bra, just has to happen. Clam bra. I will do it with straps because you never know. You can also draw it without straps, doesn't matter. This is her nose. Remember, the nose is at the half of the face, and then between the nose and the chin, there's the mouth. Actually not sure what kind of, if I want to make her look angry. Let's think about that for a minute. I think a little bit of a cheeky smile, like I'm gonna drag you down to the bottom of the ocean if you're disagreeing with me, you loser, something like that. Sorry. And then her eyes. Okay. Not really sure yet about the facial expression, but I'll get there. Okay. Well, this is the dip, you know, the dip between your collarbones. And then your collarbones go like this. With a woman, the collarbones are straight. With a man, they go up. And then this is a mermaid. If you want to draw scales, you can of course do it like this. But I'm gonna give you the tattoo version. If you wanna ever place a tattoo, you do like this. So in this case, it would be like this. You follow the curve of the body, and then you make a raster, and then one scale, to scale. So I go from this to that point, and again, and then the scales below that are connected to those points. So I go from point to point, you see? So in this way, your scales are always even. You can make them pointy. I mean, you can also say, I want them super pointy. It's also possible. Whatever you want, you can make them round. You can make them a bit, I don't know how you call this shape. Depends on what kind of creature you're drawing. If you're drawing a dragon, I would go for the more pointier bits. If you're drawing a fish, then maybe, you know, more round shapes would be nicer. Again, I'm doing this from the top of my head, so you have to bear with me for a little bit. Would look like this. You can also add, some mermaids have that, sort of, yeah, I don't know, they have on top of the line where their body goes into their fins, they have this sort of, I wouldn't say it's a belt, but it does look like a belt. You can put that there as well if you like it to be a bit more refined. Like this. I'm absolutely not happy about the face, so I need a sharper pencil for that, so I'm gonna just lightly erase it so that later on with the graphite pencil I can make it a bit more pretty, because as we said, pretty is always good. Now I'm taking my B graphite pencil. I have to sharpen it a little bit. Definitely not sharp enough. And now I'm gonna draw in the outlines of our mermaid, and here and there sort of adjust my sketch a bit because I'm not happy with it here and there. But you'll see what I mean. Just gonna start here. So I've been forwarding this for a little bit because it was just a bit stuff you've already know, because this is not any different from what I've already told you guys. I think the most important part of this lesson is that you have seen how I draw the torso of a person. So I start with the basic shapes, and then I make sure that it just feels natural and right. It's, don't get me wrong, it's super hard to draw human figures. I mean, you've already seen that I make mistakes as well. It's just part of trying, failing, adjusting, So don't get upset when you feel like it's not working for you, or when you feel like you're making mistakes. That's just natural business. I mean, I make mistakes as well. I've seen a lot of them in this drawing already, and yet I'm still drawing. Why? Because it's practice, 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 practice. Maybe if I draw this mermaid again, then I can say, okay, I love this about my first draft, and love this about my second one, and yeah, you're never, it's never too late to start again, and it's also has to do with knowledge about autonomy, and about your muscles. And luckily, I mean, you are a human being, so if you're confused, just feel yourself, feel your own body, feel your own bones. Just look in the mirror and watch your face, as I told you in the previous videos. If you're confused about how a facial expression looks, or how your bones are shaped, or whatever, or how tall, at what height is your elbow, just try it. Just, check out your own body. You have one, use it. I mean, it's there for a reason. And also, it's about let your imagination run free. So if it doesn't look great, no worries. Try again, and try again, and try again. I mean, I've been drawing since I was, I don't know, like 5, 4. Can't even remember when I started. And I always knew that I wanted to be an artist, and I always knew I wanted to draw. And I believe I sucked at drawing until I was, I don't know, until I actually was at the art academy. And still, I felt like I was such a noob, such an idiot when it came to drawing. I had people in my class who were so great and technical skilled, and they knew autonomy so well. And I just couldn't, and it just, I actually once had a teacher telling me, like, you better quit art school because you suck. You can't draw, you can't paint. That's literally what she said. And I said, no, I'm not going to stop because you tell me. I mean, I have other people in my life who tell me I'm great, or at least good at what I do. And otherwise, if I had sucked, well, why would you approve me as a student? That just doesn't make any sense. But at that point, she believed that I wasn't good enough. So, well, that was her opinion. You have to deal with that. Deal with people saying that you suck. Fine, good, suck. Suck, and grow and learn and get better and seek out knowledge and read books and draw, practice. You have to practice. And it can be frustrating sometimes, yes, because you want instant results. We live in a society where instant results are, the sort of everything's instant result. You can order shoes online and have them the next day. I mean, you can even let them be delivered the same day if you want. It's all instant results. Tinder, instant result. I don't know. It's just, but not everything in life is instant. So, and practice and talent takes time. So practice. Follow these vlogs. Check out other people's vlogs and try to develop yourself and keep doing that until the day that you leave this earth. And I think that would help you a lot in life. If you can accept that not everything is something that you can learn within a day. Same goes for drawing. So I think with drawing like this and following the basic steps of the shapes, how I showed you, and the basic shapes of how to draw scales, and the face, we've already done that before a couple of times, we're doing it again. You can definitely already draw a vile, dangerous mermaid. This one is actually more vile than it. Look at that face. She really is cranky about something. Maybe a fish just, I don't know, swam into her. Make sure, again, I'm gonna keep repeating that to you, if the light comes from this side, make sure that these lines are really dark so you can insinuate depth and movement. Maybe you want some air bubbles going up. I will tell you guys more about anatomy during this course, because you can already see maybe that I'm drawing all these weird stripes here within her boobs, and here it's the bottom of her how do you say that? Yeah, middle part of her body. Her ribs are like this, and there's a little ditch or dimp. It goes in a little bit, so it would be nice to accentuate that, because then if you start adding those details here in her neck, that's just the middle part of her neck, if you accentuate that a little bit, then she starts living more, because she's not that flat anymore. Also take into account that this part of her body is closer to the camera, and this one goes back, so this boob or this part of the chest is never as wide as this part of the chest. That's a commonly made mistake, and yeah, it just ruins your drawing. Same goes for making these shadow points, these shadow lines. Always ars in the arcade, or in Dutch is arcere. I'm not sure what it is in English, but these stripes have to be towards the light, because if I would do them the other way around, it looks weird. So you have to sort of decide on a direction for your stripy stuff, because I've done that all the way, here in her face. Everything is this way. It's just going to be weird if I start to do everything this way now. You would be super confused about this. Well, I think it's going to be quite a nice mermaid, actually. A bit purple, but maybe she's been in the water too long. I'm going to leave you guys to this. I think I will make another tutorial about this one, because there's so many things I actually want to tell you guys about the torso stuff, so I will get back to this one. But for now, I think this was long enough. Yeah, I'll see you next time, and then we pick this back up. Or maybe another monster, and then we'll do this one back again. But I hope at least you can now draw your own mermaid by following the steps of the shapes and the dimensions and the face, as we've talked about in prior videos. Well, I hope you enjoyed that lesson. Thank you for watching. If you want to share your artwork, then you can tag me and I will take a look at it. And if you want to share your artwork on Instagram, there's a great challenge that's called the Mermaid Challenge. It's always in May. I believe the hashtag is Mermaid 2020. And if you tag your artwork with that, then the whole world can see your mermaid and you would be in the tag of that particular challenge, which is nice. So check it out, see how it goes, and I hope to see you with next vlog. See you later. Bye.